Welcome, Felts. This webinar will provide you with key information on changes that were made to FamilyEngagementData.org for school year 18-19. Additionally, it will cover how the Felt role has changed given your school's use of Clever with FamilyEngagementData.org this year. Any questions that are not answered during this webinar can be directed to PartnerSupport at flamboyantfoundation.org. Let's go ahead and get started. Flamboyant will be partnering with Clever in school year 18-19 to improve the roster and data maintenance experience for our partner schools. Clever is a data partner that provides a secure pipeline between a school's data system and other learning applications such as FamilyEngagementData.org to ensure integration between the systems. This means that Felts will no longer have to input and update student and teacher rosters for the year, as those uploads and changes will automatically appear in Clever within 24 hours of when they are made in your school's student information system. Users can now log on to FamilyEngagementData.org by using the Login with Clever button on the homepage or directly through their Clever account. To begin, I'll review the changes made to the navigational tabs on the platform. You'll notice the new Log Activity tab. This tab will be what users will visit to log family engagement activities for students. You'll also notice the Manage Students and Rosters tab. This tab will only be available to schools not using Clever, so please disregard. The Manage Users, Reports, Resources, and Help tabs have remained consistent to last year, with slight changes in functions, which I'll cover shortly. Let's dive into the new Log Activity tab to begin. In school year 17-18, we received feedback from users at partner schools about challenges with roster management and student accessibility. Based on this feedback, we've made changes to how users interact with rosters and their access to students in the platform. Specifically, in the Log Activity tab, users will now be able to log data for students in their home roster or any student in their school by navigating between these two tabs. Students that appear in the user's home roster will be based on the data that comes over from your school's student information system. If a student is not in the correct roster, you will not be able to change it in FamilyEngagementData.org anymore. Rather, you will need to update your student information system, and then the change will be made automatically in FamilyEngagementData.org. Additionally, if a user has multiple rosters in your school's student information system, they will be able to alternate which roster to view using this drop-down menu. A user can also use this drop-down menu to alternate between different grade levels if they serve multiple grades. Finally, another filter option was added that will allow users to filter based on the number of engagements a student has received. In a user's home roster, they will be able to log on behalf of the student and edit student information using these icons. The process for logging engagements has remained the same. Please note the logging options that appear will be set for the whole school by Flamboyant going forward, instead of by Felts. If a logging option is missing for your school, please reach out to PartnerSupport and we'll make updates as needed. Users can continue to log academic partnering and ongoing communication either by student or in bulk by using the checkboxes next to students' names. Users will have limited ability to edit student information because this data will be provided directly from your school's student information system via Clever. Fields like contact information for a student's guardian and preferred communication methods will continue to be editable. Before I shift to the All Students tab, I want to stress that all roster information will be reflective of school year 17-18 until student information systems roll over in August. Until this occurs, users should use the All Students tab to log data for students. Any logged information for school year 18-19 will travel with that student when they are rolled over into the appropriate grade and roster for school year 18-19. In this tab, users will have access to all students in their school. Similar to the previous tab, users will be able to use the filters at the top to narrow students down by grade, roster, or engagement level. Additionally, they can log and edit student information in this tab as well. One notable feature that was added for users is the ability to mark a student outside of their roster as a bonus student, using the star icon next to a student's name. Bonus students will appear with a blue star icon in a teacher's home roster indefinitely, until deselected using the star icon. Users can mark as many students as a bonus student as needed. When a student is marked as a bonus student, they will not be calculated in a roster's reports. As I mentioned earlier, until your school's student information system rolls over in August, students will appear in rosters and grades as they did in school year 17-18. Therefore, users should use the All Students tab to find students through the search bar located on the top right corner. Any engagement log for a student before the August rollover will transfer with students as they are updated to their new grades and rosters. Students that leave your school during the year will now be removed as they are updated in your school's student information system. When a student leaves your school, they will continue to appear in the system for 45 days. So users have ample time to log any engagement data with this student. The student will be also marked in the system with the date they left. I'll now review changes made to the Manage Users tab. For the most part, the Manage Users tab has remained the same. Please note that all user information has been synced over from your school's student information system. Therefore, FELTS will now have limited ability to add and edit user accounts. FELTS will still have the ability to edit a user's job title, job type, school role, and job position if needed. For our DCPS partners, you may notice users that you're not familiar with who serve as DCPS administrators at Central Office. Flamboyant will be addressing which of these users will continue to have access and will appear under your school's user list later this summer. Please note that you'll be able to mark a user as inactive or active in the system as well. When a user is marked as inactive in the system, they will no longer appear under logging drop-down menus or in reports. I'll now briefly go over the Reports, Resources, and Help tabs. The Reports tab will continue to be the tab that contains school-level data reports. We will be rolling out reports ongoingly throughout the summer, so please stay tuned for updates. Users will continue to have access to the resource library that includes tools for relationship building, academic partnering, ongoing communications, and leadership development. Users can use the filters on the left-hand side to narrow resources by approach, content, and grade level. Users can always reach out to Flamboyant or their FELT via the Contact Us tab. This concludes the webinar on FamilyEngagementData.org for school year 18-19. If you have additional questions, please reach out to PartnerSupport for guidance. Thank you.